What's up with y'all? What's the deal? It's me, Nopings, and today I am back playing my boy Dr. Mundo in the Baron lane. Now, I do know I've been on a little bit of a hiatus, but great things has been happening. We did end up hitting Masters 3 for this season. Definitely pretty happy about that, and I'm going to be showing y'all exactly what I'm doing in order to achieve the master rank this season, especially on Mundo. And a lot of y'all who have been wishing for some more MOG Rush Mundo videos, this is the perfect video for y'all, and I'm going to show y'all exactly the build I have been using in order to dominate my lane. I have been actually skipping out on Heartsteel. It's a rare sighting, but sometimes I need to experiment with the Heartsteel Titanic Rush, bro. Alright, y'all, so the question for today is,
hey, listen.
So bro saying, when should you know to use Warmoss or Heartsteel? I'd have to say it's very comp dependent, whether it's 3 ADCs on the enemy team or 3 bruisers. If there's 3 champs on the enemy team that you're able to auto attack, you go that Heartsteel route. If it's 3 ADCs on the enemy team, it's definitely the Warmoss Rush. Now in this game, we're going to be versing a Volley Bear. Definitely an interesting matchup. He definitely dominates from level 1 to level 3. I'm a scaling champion. What I'm really looking for is my first item lead plus level 5 and hopefully out stat checking him and really just being able to snowball off of the Warmoss buy. And I mean, we are sitting top 100 Mundo. Master is definitely glistening, so you know I'm not new to this. I'm not a newcomer though. Alright, y'all, so hopping right into the mix. Of course, we're picking up that Ruby Crystal, heading straight into the laning phase. Into the Volley Bear matchup, I kind of like to treat it like I do with Set, where I just basically forfeit the first like 1 to 2 waves until we get to level 3, and then I'll start to interact with the wave. A lot of the times into these very strong early champions, if you don't interact with them in the early laning phases, 10 times out of 10 you will be able to outscale. Anyways, I do see that Kane is in our jungle right now, so I will be making rotations over to that. Kind of still paying attention onto the wave here. Really don't want it to crash, possibly looking for a freeze before I go chase the Kane. Looks like I will end up chasing that Kane in the jungle. Really don't want to expend my flash or my ghost. Don't want to do no wrap around playful thing. Really just trying to walk him down. Fizz on the other end wanted to Q. He will be end up going down to that Fizz. Gonna be taking chases to the Volley Bear. Just off the thought that he thinks my team may possibly be rotating with me. He doesn't commit. Took a dirty trade. He ends up half HP. We end up setting up a slight freeze right here. Definitely very good start. Going to be slow pushing this back into the Volley Bear so that hopefully we can manage to come through with a level lead, especially towards this level 3. But yeah, wave's in a pretty weird position for the Volley Bear. Right here, this is a perfect Mundo scenario. This is how you want your wave to be, especially into these type of matchups. You want him to be playing into you, taking basically 100% S plus setup trades right now into the Volley Bear. He ends up taking a turret shot, ends up going down. Very pitiful. Honestly, the turret aggro there was a bit botched, but we're gonna take it nevertheless. Going to be taking Bs. Not going to be pushing out the wave here so we can have the slow push once I come back. We'll be picking up the plated still caps early. Honestly, plated still caps value, especially early game, is ridiculous, especially with the amount of movement speed and survivability you get from the item. You was definitely getting your money's worth. Anyways, we're going to be walking into lane with level 4, almost about to hit level 5. Do see that the Scorpion's up here and wanted to take that. Volley Bear ends up snaking it. Was kind of upset at him. We'll be farming him for grass procs though. Taking a lengthy trade. Do know my level 5 was up. He ends up burning his flash. A bit mad. Not gonna kill the Scorpion, mainly to continue the slow push into the Volley Bear. But yeah, really just gonna be tapping up these minions. Not really rushing the play. Did see that Volley Bear took that B, so I will be looking for plates here. Just gonna be tapping up the turret for free. Not really scared of the Volley Bear. We do have the plate still caps lead onto him. We're just very mobile and pretty tanky at this point, and we haven't even hit the Warmog spike yet. Really taking these small little trades into the Volibear with the E's and the Q's, weaving away from his shielding. You never want to trade into Volibear when he has his shield up. Anyways, then again, finna set up another freeze, holding the 2 minions there. Looking for great interactions into the Volibear. End up being him, he ends up taking damage for free. We take those. Wanted to land the Q, end up missing. Mainly focusing on the wave, looking for a small little trade with the Q, auto E. Holding my ultimate. Dodging the shield, going back for that re-engage. Still holding my ult, end up popping my ultimate. Waiting for Volibear to ult, end up autoing him, he goes down. King comes with the rotation. We do have the last stand rune. We'll be autoing him up, ends up eating him, autoing him to secure the double kill. Now, that's the great value of the last stand rune. Y'all probably wondering why I haven't been running the demolish, and that's exactly for these scenarios that I've been playing into very often, especially when playing Mundo. And at these higher ranks, you will tend to get camped a lot before you do scale up, and you can't afford to be making minor mistakes while playing Mundo. You only have such a small window in order to be effective, and once you're put behind, it's very difficult to get back into the game, especially with a hyperscaler like Mundo. He's very easily punishable if he does get camped in the early game. But yeah, if I am let alone to my own devices, especially with the Warmogs currently counting down in shop, I will become a menace. Really starting to dish out damage with red buff plus the HPs I'm getting off of building components towards Warmogs here. Not even the start, and the Volibear is already suffering. Anyways, going to be tapping up the minions, going for a little slow push into the Volibear. Honestly, if I was able to pick up the Warmogs before coming back to base here, I would look for very lengthy trades. Anyways, finna be completely ignoring the Volibear at this point. Main focus is the plates, bro. He's getting mad, trying to bat me off the turret, ends up igniting me. Really don't need to worry too much. Really just looking for farm here, not really looking for kills. I do know once we get this Warmogs online, we'll have many opportunities to take him out. I end up sending my focus onto the armored ensemble here, securing it with my team. I definitely think we should place it top lane, especially since mid lane is basically evaporated. We'll be walking down the Volibear. Scorpion is up here. We'll be taking full advantage of that. Warmogs in chop as well. Looking for kills onto the Volibear. King ends up rotating. We'll end up just taking out the first T1. That will end up going down. Setting my focus onto the King. Don't know what's going on with the Mumu. Nearly just baited my death, bro. Nearly just baited my death, thinking that, yo, maybe I could have saved him, but bro said that he was lagging apparently when I typed to him. So, I mean, we're going to pick up the Warmogs. Was kind of contemplating into building the Heartsteel. Did go for the Thornmill, though. Mainly off the fact that Volibear has mad healing with one of his abilities. And with Thornmill, I will actually be able to 2v1 against a Volley and the King. Very good looks here. Now, the most dangerous thing about the Warmog Rush is that once this item gets going, it's very hard to shut down without multiple people coming to rotate with you, especially if you have good map awareness. But yeah, going to be building into the Thornmill. Great buys into the Volibear. Really just looking for pushes into the T2. Do see that Volibear finally secured his first item, which is the Heartsteel. And you guys are going to see the difference in value between Warmogs and Heartsteel is that with Warmogs, it doesn't matter how much damage he deals to me. I'll easily be able to regen that, and his HP isn't getting higher anytime soon. So it's basically free trades for days into him if he does not get any help. As you can see, the enemy team is starting to rotate onto my position, mainly off the fact that, I mean, I'm commanding respect into the Volibear, completely dominating my lane. But I mean, still going to be respecting the enemy team, even though I'm kind of fed looking for the Thornmill buy here. So I'm kind of going to be greeting for a little bit of more econ, trying to farm out this last wave here. I do know that I won't be able to completely take out this turret. I don't know why I'm greeting for it, especially without demolish. Definitely would take me a long time. We'll just end up ghosting out of this position, I think. Never mind. Okay, Manchester and Dominance just walking out like that. That's crazy. Going to be taking trades into the volley bear. Do have the bramble vest helping me out a ton. Basically out stat checking him without my ultimate popped as well. A dangerous sight for him. I actually could have stayed here, possibly punished him more, but I will be recalling for the thorn mail, getting my gold back onto the map here. Contemplating between the Heartsteel or the Titanic Rush. Finna be going for that Titanic next. Honestly, is it viable to not build into Heartsteel? I definitely think it is, because I mean, you build Warmogs into that Titanic Rush, you're still valuing off of the HP game. Now you won't have as strong as a late game scaling, but your power is effective immediately with the Warmogs Rush. Anyways, thing 1 and thing 2 end up invading my lane here, really looking to take me out. I thought I was good if it was thing 1 and thing 2, but nah, bro. Thing 3 ends up popping out the brushes, bro. Really trying to kite them out. Wanted to go back underneath the turret, just walked into the Katarina ultimate. We'll be going down here. Kind of sad about that. Really questioning how is this legal for a tank to be getting dove 3-0 by 3 randoms, bro. Come on now. How do they just synergize their hate for me and come to my lane and take me out like that? Well, you know what? We did end up coming out with the 2-for-1 special. We'll be building into that gargoyles, going for the Titanic, and gonna see if our hyper scaling will come into play here. Alright, y'all, so making moves back onto the map. It's kind of a rinse and repeat behavior since we do have our Warmogs plus the Thornmail. We could just look for infinite trades into the Volibear. As long as we're able to walk away, we're perfectly fine. Gonna be shoving this out, kind of just going for trades whenever I want to, not too worried about giving the Heartsteel stack. Just gonna be looking for this little all-in. We do have our completed Thornmail. He's not healing for a ton. We'll be able to look for dives here. I will end up popping my ultimate. Ult pop, Q lands. Wanted to auto E for the execute. He ends up surviving. Got my Thornmail plus my Gargoyles. We end up walking out with the kill. We'll be looking for the T2 now. Perfect timing. Kane's dead. Cat's dead. You know what I mean? Life is good. Thing 1, thing 2, thing 3 is gone. Really just trying to get this T2. I'm actually willing to die for this, bro. We'll be taking out the T2 nonetheless. We'll get cut off by the Karma. End up wasting a lot of time. We'll end up going down though. Definitely think it's worth it. Fizz is on the other hand taking out the T2 for bot lane. Not too bad whatsoever. Finna be building into my Titanic next. Alright, y'all, so right out of the base, I do see that the Volley and the Kane are basically starving for my turret here. Really trying to ping over my team to come and help. We'll look for a small little fight into the enemy team. Did see that Kane is still here. End up landing the Q, cutting him off. He will end up ulting into my team. Really looking for the Katarina here. She's the main threat. She will end up going down to the Samira. We end up flashing, Qing the Karma, autoing. Did not get no kill. Samira ends up cleaning up. Will be walking down the Corki here. Definitely an interesting fight. I mean, a mobile champ versus mobile champ gameplay. Not trying to get kited out. Really still looking for the kill though. We'll end up finally landing that Q, trying to auto him down. Ghost comes up. We end up no auto E. He will end up going down though nonetheless. We'll be looking for the burn now. Team's very healthy here. Really won't be able to make it across the wall in time. We'll just chuck a couple Qs. Burns are going down. We look for Bs. And we're almost about to spike again with the Titanic buy. And once we get that, our build is officially online, bro. Definitely a very fun build if you guys want to try it out in your own games. We do end up building into dead man's play in this game as well, so y'all definitely stay tuned. I was dead about to FF because Samira farmed that entire wave, bro. Had to ping surrender. She knows she was wrong for that. That wave was hefty and she stole it from me. Moving along, I will just look to farm out this main wave and really look for the recall for that Titanic buy. We'll be looking for that Baron buff recall. Kane and Volibear end up stopping the re. Kind of confused. Mad tanky. Sitting on my Gargoyles as well. We're just going to be waiting till the last second to pop. Gargoyles is pop plus my ultimate. They end up going down. Looking for the Kane. Kane ends up getting popped as well. Looking towards the Karma for picks up. We'll be looking for the B to pick up the Titanic Hydra. With Hydra acquired, we finally reached the late game phase where I'm actually able to one tap people, bro. We're actually dishing out damage, bro. Anyways, we're going to be walking down the lane, extremely powerful with 3 items on Mundo. Ghost is up. I'm really just looking for anything. Give me anything. It's on site, bro. Really just seeing this Katarina here. I just need a reason. I need a reason to go in right now. Give me a reason. Anyways, we're just fighting for this T3. T3 mid will end up going down. Also up in a few seconds. Corky's getting popped. Gets autoed with a Titanic proc. Do see the volley bear there. He ends up getting bursted out of sight. Really just going to be relying on the Warmonk's healing here. Using that regen to its full potential. Looking for the T3 now on the bot side. Titanic proc, so satisfying. You can actually build Warmonks into Titanic second. Only reason I didn't was because the volley bear does heal off of an ability. Only reason, bro. Anyways, we'll be taking out this T3 bot lane. Volley bear was running for his life. Do see that Katarina is over here. Will end up flashing onto her. Samir ends up taking out the kill again. It's really madness. And we basically end up closing out the game there. Fizz ends up taking out the Corky to end out the game. So yeah, not too shabby. I really hope y'all did enjoy this video. Definitely had a lot of fun running this build. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Leave it in the comments if y'all did enjoy the gameplay. Maybe like and subscribe. I don't know. Anyways, let's see how good we did this game. We sitting nice and comfy. Masters 3 6-star, moving slow and steady. I mean, towards Grandmaster and hopefully Challenger. Will screenshot. I mean, didn't do too bad. Did not pick up the MVP. Samira did show out this game. Big ups to her. But finishing off the game 6-3-10, not too shabby. 34,000 damage dealt, 8,000 damage taken. So it's Nopings. I have to catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.